The sweet spot is when you can mix what you love doing with what the client and the audience actually wants, right? Hi everyone, it's January 1st, Happy New Year and welcome to my channel. My name is Katarina Sakoshek. I've changed my setup a little bit, so I've got a new ring light. It's really cool because I can either change it to like a warm light or blue light, so that's really dope. And I've got my painting in the background. It is still for sale. I've had people wanting it, and the thing is I actually quite like it there, so it's gonna stay there for now, but it is still for sale, just so you know. So my name is Katarina Sakoshek, for those you don't know. Please subscribe to my channel. So I coach artists, I help them with their business. So essentially what I do is I help them with their mindset and their marketing so that they can turn their art into their income, right? Essentially what it boils down to is first overcoming certain limiting beliefs, right? So that they can finally put systems in place so that they can sell their art to the right audience, or to their right audience essentially. So that's me, that's what I do. I have my own online business, but I want to talk about New Year's resolutions, right? So I would love to know what your New Year's resolutions are. So comment down below and let me know what they are in terms of your art career, your creative career, right? So my channel is moving more towards, you know, obviously what I do, and I want to talk about and always share tips when it comes to your art and selling your art online. So something so exciting has happened to me in my last week, my last week of December. I had a whole sea of commissions coming to me, and obviously it was overwhelming, but it was so exciting because I have a few commissions going overseas, right? Some to the UK, some to Switzerland, and then some that are more local. My large paintings are going to be exhibited at a local gallery, and I'll tell you why this happened. So the thing is, obviously I've been selling my art consistently online now for a while because I found systems that work. After failing over and over again, I finally found what works, right? And I've created systems that allow me to do that consistently, and so obviously, you know, it's working. But the thing is, what I find way more fulfilling is helping you do that, right? So little backstory. So this year, I'm going to talk about this year in particular because it has been so crazy, as you can agree. But it's also been one of the best years of my life. And why is that? It's because I went from two extremes, right? I went from feeling totally miserable and unfulfilled and unhappy in a 9 to 6 that I absolutely hated, to now where I have my own business, I have the freedom, and I feel so fulfilled in the fact that I can help you guys achieve success too. There's no feeling like it, right? Seeing my clients get results and sell their work, and actually just seeing things come together in terms of their brand and just their career and their business is so extremely rewarding, right? But obviously it didn't happen by magic. So at the beginning of this year, I was a teacher in South Korea, and it definitely made me a lot stronger because after coming out of that, I was like, if I can go through this, I can go through anything. But essentially, I've made a video about this before, so I'll link it up here, about my, you know, going from teacher to where I am now. But essentially, I felt so unfulfilled. I was constantly drained. You know, I went there for the money, to be completely real. And there's nothing wrong with that. Listen, hear me out, right? There's nothing wrong with doing things for the sole purpose, or for one of the purposes to be a monetary reward. However, I very quickly realized that that didn't really mean anything to me. As much as the money brought me freedom, and money is freedom, money should be your friend. At the time, I was like, well, if I've lost my health, my social life, I don't feel fulfilled in any way. I'm not creative. I can't use my gifts to help anyone. What's the point, right? So I was so drained constantly. I was also overworked, and I longed for a sense of purpose. I longed for that. Just sharing what's natural to me, right? My gift, and helping other people. And the good thing about it though is it forced me to, well, I constantly had all these business ideas coming to me, and it was getting to where I am now as a process. It started long ago, right? Where I constantly had all these ideas, and in between classes I would actually write all my ideas on post-it notes and somehow relate all of them together. And so then what happened, you know, COVID hit, obviously, and my school closed, so I came back to South Africa. And I was kind of back at square one in a sense, because before even going to Korea, I was selling my work really successfully in galleries, right? Selling some work online here and there, but this was through people I knew. So I thought, okay, I want my own online business and I want to sell my work, right? I want to share my work with people. What can I do? So obviously did my research, and I was like, okay, cool, I can start my own you know, Etsy. I'm sure you've heard of Etsy. I can start my own Etsy. So I put in hours and hours and hours, put all my works up on Etsy, and I kind of just waited, and nothing happened. So nothing happens. So then I open a Shopify, put on all my work, put in hours and hours, nothing happens. Literally, so I put in hours and hours. I'm putting in hours and hours and hours of work, and all my work's up there, and I make videos about it, but nothing happens. Once again, I start a Patreon, make tutorial videos, spend hours and hours and hours and hours figuring it out, right? Even advertising through my YouTube channel, I actually deleted those videos because I was embarrassed, because I was like, obviously, you know, it's not working, so it's embarrassing. So yeah, put up my all my work on Patreon, and tutorials and videos on how I draw, how I make art, how I use like an abstract painterly style to work in. Nothing happens. So I was at rock bottom. I was like, wow, I'm back at square one. Like, have I made a mistake? Should I have stuck to the safe job? You know, I thought about all these things. But the turning point for me was when I thought to myself, okay, so this is essentially like a business, right? Selling art is a business. So how can I use the business principles I already know from reading hundreds of books about business? How can I start applying them to my art practice? So I knew, you know, I read Ray Dalio's Principles, and that book was was very life-changing, because I realized how important it is to have systems in place, you know, precision about what it is you sell and who to, and having systems that allow you to get your work to the right people, you know, effortlessly, and that you don't have to, you know, reinvent the wheel from scratch every time. So it's pretty simple when it comes down to it. It's essentially about having a niche, having clarity about what it is you do, who are you as an artist, what do you make. Okay, you don't want to make everything, because that's too general. It'll confuse your audience, right? Because you always want to keep your audience in mind. So when I do commissions, obviously I like what I like doing, and where it gets tricky, what's difficult is actually swallowing your pride and listening to what your client wants, because they want a specific thing. They want their artwork to look a specific way. So you have to take that into consideration, hold on to every word, and actually make them happy. So, you know, success in selling your art online boils down to listening to what your client actually needs, finding where they are, right? So essentially, first you need to know what it is you make, then you need to know who would like what you make, okay? And, you know, there's specific ways that I do this, and then I find my audience through social media, in particular through Facebook and Instagram. You know, there are ways that you post your work, and it's about connecting to your audience and interacting with them, right? But if you'd like to find out more about that, is that if that is something that you feel would benefit you, you know, to have the right systems in place, you can book a free call with me. The link is in the description, and we can chat about, you know, I'll give you a free analysis, if you want, of where you are right now in terms of your art business, you know, what you're actually doing. I can help give you a little bit more clarity. It's completely free, obviously. It's just a consultation, just so I can help you actually start thinking differently, and see where the gaps are, so that you can go from A to B, from A to Z, you know, from a point where you're kind of unclear, you might, you know, be doubting yourself, and not really know how to get your art out there, to a point where you have way more clarity, confidence about what you do, who you are as an artist, so that you can, you know, be way more professional, treat your practice like a business, and essentially know how to get your work out there using specific systems, okay? If that is something that would interest you, book a call with me. The link is in my bio, as I said, and let's have a chat. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope that you found it valuable. If it just helps one person, you know, that makes me so happy. So, as I said, my name is Katerina Sakoshek. Please subscribe to my channel. It means the world that you support. Comment down below what your 2021 resolutions are, right? If you want to stick to your resolutions, you need to commit, okay? And you need to not do everything. Pick at least one thing that you're going to change about your life. 2 to 3 things maximum that you're going to change in different categories of your life. Because with your art, you know, obviously other things come into play. It's not only about the one thing. But I'm rambling now. I hope 2021 is the best year yet for you, and that you achieve all the success in the world. But if you'd like a little bit of accountability, a little bit of guidance, as I said, book a free call with me, and we can have a chat about where you are and where you want to be. I hope you have a great day and a happy new year. My name is Katerina. Please subscribe, and I'll see you all for the next video. Bye.